What's happening, everybody? Man, I got y'all some more videos about Bacon's rebellion. I spoke about this in my other video. It was a rebellion, like one of the last rebellions. It was when African American slaves and white indentured servants, which were just like slaves, treated like slaves, came together and led a rebellion that literally put fear in the heart of our oppressors, into where they caused a massive separation of white people and black people, which are the same people, just different shades of color. This is when they really started pushing the white race, black race, different race narrative. When we all come from a black man and black woman, we are all kin. There is a group of people on this earth that is different from the rest of us because they had mixed in with a Nephilim bloodline, but it's not us here in America. It's not us Caucasians, and it's not us and African Americans or Hispanics. It is the elite, which they have elite, mixed in with all different nations now, but they are different than the rest of us. Anyway, please enjoy this video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for more content. It's time to learn the history that has been kept and hidden from us. They hid it from us for a reason. So y'all enjoy the video, and don't forget to subscribe. The boy needs some subscribers. Anyway, have a wonderful, blessed, everyday shalom. I almost forgot this is for entertainment purposes only.
That rebellion made the elites say we cannot have poor whites and poor black people joining together, as they are a threat against us. So what they did after the rebellion is they created lifelong slavery, hereditary slavery for black people. But for the white people, they were allowed to keep doing terms as temporary slaves. After the white people got done with their census, they were given little tokens, land, rights, little privileges to put them in a higher class than black people. This is how a lot of white Americans at that time got their livelihood started here in America. And ultimately what they did was allow them positions in the slave patrol. And this carries on today. That's how they created racism.
In 1676, poor white and black Virginians fought side by side in Bacon's Rebellion, and it terrified the ruling class so much they invented racial slavery to make sure it never happened again. Nathaniel Bacon led a rebellion of indentured servants, both black and white, and enslaved people against Virginia's wealthy elite. They were united against the governor, the plantation owners, and the system that kept them all poor. Black and white rebels fought together, died together, and almost overthrew Virginia's government together. When the rebellion was crushed, 80 enslaved black men and 20 white men made a last stand at West Point, refusing to surrender even after most rebels had fled. Virginia's elite saw that alliance and realized their biggest threat wasn't black people or white people, it was black and white poor people united. So Virginia's lawmakers invented the concept of whiteness. Before Bacon's Rebellion, there was no white race in Virginia law, just Christians and heathens, free and unfree. After the rebellion, Virginia passed laws that permanently enslaved people of African descent while giving poor white servants new rights and status. They created white supremacy as a bribe to keep poor whites from joining with black people against the rich. The 1705 Virginia slave codes made it illegal for whites and blacks to marry, socialize, or work together. Virginia literally invented modern racism to divide people who had just proven they could unite and win. Every racial law, every segregation policy, every whites-only sign traces back to Virginia's fear of what happened in 1676. Share if people need to know, racism was engineered by the rich to control the poor.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And do you even know who this man is? Pause the video, write your answers in the comments, and don't cheat. Better yet, do you know what he has done? I mean, before colonization, humans didn't see race. We were just different shades of wheat or brown, different expressions of the same human family. But everything changed in 1676 when poor Europeans and Africans united during Bacon's Rebellion. The colonial elite panicked. If you guessed Governor William Berkeley, you guessed correct. He needed a way to split the people apart so they would never rise together again. So he wrote something new into law, a word that had never existed as a legal category before. Well, that single word became a weapon, a story that acted like a spell, because a spell is just a narrative that slips into your subconscious mind and replaces what you knew with what you were told. And overnight, unity became division, neighbors became categories, and humanity became a hierarchy. Race wasn't discovered, it was invented. And now that you know who wrote the spell, you can finally break it. We are one. For more content like this, you guys know what to do. Peace, light, and love.
All right, so how many people are familiar with Bacon's Rebellion? Named Bacon, who was a Virginia plantation owner. Okay, so at the same time, King Philip's War is taking place in the colony of New England, and we'll talk about King Philip's War also. At the same time, this is taking place in the colony of New England. You have what's known as Bacon's Rebellion taking place in the colony of Virginia. Okay, now Bacon's Rebellion, it takes place in 1676, and this was the last major uprising of enslaved Africans and white indentured servants in colonial Virginia. One consequence of the failed rebellion was the intensification of African slavery and the social separation of Africans and whites in Virginia, So blackpast.org has a good article dealing with Bacon's Rebellion. There were a number of different sources that I looked at for this information. Also, there's a good article at history.com as well. Okay, so Bacon's Rebellion was triggered when a grab for Native American lands was denied. Now, the origins of Bacon's Rebellion rested with the conquest of the Powhatan Native American Indian Confederation, 1644 to 1646, and the Confederation's lands being distributed to the English planter class. Despite their defeat, Indians or Native Americans formerly associated with the Confederation continued squatting on these lands, which caused the Virginia colonists to engage in warfare against them. Okay, now the military and political situation was made more complicated by the presence of African slaves who, along with white indentured servants, produced the colony's main crop, which was tobacco. So this is before cotton became king. Okay, cotton largely becomes king after 1794, after Eli Whitney invents the cotton gin. Okay, and this the cotton gin greatly reduces the cost of producing cotton. It was a device that efficiently removed the seeds out of cotton. Okay, then in 1803 you had the Louisiana Purchase, and the U.S. gets 828,000 square miles of land for less than 3 cents an acre from France, and this is going to double the territory of the U.S. at the time. Okay, it's going to double the territory, and this gives more fertile land for crops to be grown, and is going to increase the need for enslaved African labor also. Okay, this is a result of the Louisiana Purchase of 1803. All right, now, so at this time, 1676, tobacco is the main cash crop that is being grown. All right, now, planters looked down upon the African slaves, indentured servants, and landless freemen, both white and African or black, whom they called the Giddy Multitude, G-I-D-D-Y. During the decades of the 1650s and 1660s, a sizable number of indentured servants, both African and white, both white and black, who had completed their required indentured labor service, clamored for old Powhatan Native American land, as well, which was under the control of Governor William Berkeley at the time, who was the governor of the Virginia colony. Okay, and Governor William Berkeley and his planter class associates. Okay, so Nathaniel Bacon, who led this rebellion, was a wealthy Virginia planter. He declared himself the leader of the colony's former indentured servants, freemen, black and white, newly arrived landless immigrants from England, Scotland, or Ireland, okay, and enslaved Africans. So you have this rebellion that consists of about 500 men, and these oppressed people, enslaved African people, white indentured servants, free men, both African and European, people who are free, newly arrived immigrants who didn't own land, coming from England, Scotland, and Ireland. They all banded together because they were all being exploited. The labor was being exploited. All of whom bonded together because of their common exploitation on the large tobacco estates, the large tobacco plantations.